Do you feel like going forwards, you have to tell future people that you cheated before?
They always ask. They always ask. It's so funny because I was talking to one of our friends yesterday, and she was talking about the queer ultimatum. And she was talking about how Mal is very understanding. And I was like, yeah, Mal's lovely, but I'm sure Mal's not innocent. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've heard some things in the past. And she was just like, it sounds like you. You and Mal are the same person. I was like... Okay. And I was like, so what you're saying is that I'm understanding, but I ain't shit. And she was like, yeah. And I can see it. I can see it. Hello. Hi guys, and welcome to episode 191 of the Tutus podcast. I am Nana.
And I'm Ro.
And together we are Tutus.
Yes.
Ciao. It's 9 in the morning. It's 9 in the morning.
Earliest we have been to the studio.
How did you woke up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what time I went to bed?
What time?
Like 3:30.
Why? Is you on the phone? Yeah.
I was like, at 1, I was like, okay, I need to go to bed now. And she was like, yeah, you got an early start, so yeah.
You know when they say yeah, but they're still on the phone?
The yeah was not yeah. The yeah was like, yeah, whatever.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But you woke up. Did you set an alarm?
I had to set an alarm.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah. But we're here, child. We're here. You know, the things that we do for you guys so we can bring you an episode, child. Because this is a busy week. We've been really busy. We've been working. I was saying to Ro, like, yesterday, I was like, we're always working.
Yeah. A lot of our communication is comms.
Yeah. Back and forth. What are we doing? Got to send this email. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. But, you know, we love it. Mm-hmm. We absolutely love it. But how you doing?
I'm tired.
I'm kind of good. I like the early risers.
Do you know what? We got our gym clothes on. Mm-hmm. We can go to the gym early for once.
Yeah. Child, listen, there's been first actually I want to, for the new people that are here, I just want to reiterate, because you might not know, because you might just have started listening to episode 100. I don't know. But I just want to say this is a public service announcement. We are not studs. We are not studs, because there was one person who reposted one of our clips on Instagram and went on to say that, why is these studs? They're like just like American studs. They're wearing why are they wearing do-rags?
From ATL to be specific.
For ATL studs, why are they wearing do-rags? I can't have a bad hair day. I think
you never wear do-rag.
I don't wear do-rag outside.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, we're recording. It's not that deep. Do you understand? I'm having a bad hair day. I'm allowed to have a bad hair day.
They were like do-rags and t-shirts, long t-shirts and something like that. And as you can see, this t-shirt is not a long t-shirt and it's not baggy.
The shade was shading.
She was shading.
She was shading, but she realised we weren't who she thought we were.
No. She even
she misjudged
she said something
us.
like she was expecting us to be in petticoats or something like that. Like, get yourself educated, bro. Like, what are you talking about? It's not the Victorian times.
Also, everyone's different. Why are we boxing everyone together? Do you know what I mean? I guess that, you know, across the pond, they don't know that masculine presenting British people exist again. Like, again,
let you guys know again.
Again, we exist.
It's
we
universal.
Exist. Yeah, it's universal. It's everywhere.
It's in every country.
They're even in Africa.
Yeah, every race has mass presenting women.
Yep.
If only specific to black women, every race has studs. We're not studs.
Yeah.
But every race has studs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every black culture has studs to some extent. Like, go back home to Africa, go to the West Indies.
You'll see.
Do you know what I'm saying? If you go to France, you see the black people who are studs.
Yeah.
In Switzerland, even the ones in Russia.
Yeah.
They
wear everywhere. Everywhere. It's not just America, guys. Yeah. Please, let's not do this. But yeah, and just because we wear men's clothing does not mean that we are studs.
No, it doesn't. And it's just, I just think that words mean things, and people who are studs should be called studs. And do you know what? On that topic, I was having a discussion with somebody the other day, and they were saying that how they don't understand when somebody who is born as a female and now is identifying as he, him, but they still present in a very feminine way. Maybe they still wear very feminine clothes. Maybe they wear makeup. Their hairstyles are what society deems to be more feminine and things like that. They say they don't understand why they just don't remain she, her, and why they're he, him, and vice versa. And also with people who are assigned birth as a male, he, him pronouns, and then they also want to be referred to as she, her, but if they present to you in a very masculine way, but they want she, her pronouns. They didn't understand. I was having a discussion with somebody about that. And
I guess like with somebody that's like doesn't know about the community, like hasn't been exposed to people in the community, it's probably something that's quite hard to wrap their head around, which we've also got to give grace for, because there are sometimes that people want to learn. They're asking questions because they want to learn, or they might be confused because, you know, I think when it comes to like straight people, everything is very just like binary and straight, and you know, specific words mean things and that's what it means, and there's no colouring outside the lines or anything like that. So I get like maybe why they might have some confusion, but also I think that people need to remember that the LGBT community is very like vast, is very open, is very different. We have, I mean, I think with people, they don't always feel like one gender, or they might feel, do you know what I mean? And I feel like you can present in a way but still feel something different within.
I think it's more of a feeling than it is how you present. Obviously some people choose to transition and then they would look like what society says a man looks like, or or they might transition to be a woman, and in a physical way they might get top surgery, bottom surgery, have hormones, do feminization surgery. Do you know what I mean? If that's what they want to do and that's their journey, that is their journey. But I just feel like none of it even really matters. I honestly
feel like for me, and I'm not going to speak for everyone else, but I just don't care about gender. It just doesn't matter. Like whatever you want to be called, however you want to present, I don't care. Like
it's extremely harmless. Yeah,
it's very, very harmless. So I don't care, and I feel like there's just too much attention on it, and there's too much attention from straight people, like cis het people, and it's just like, why do you care so much?
Do you know, it's not even necessarily from straight people. I would just say cisgendered people. It's from, because let's not lie. There's people within our community that feel the same. Like I saw somebody that we know a couple of weeks ago repost something about young people in schools
I saw that.
being trans. And
that's what I don't like.
They reposted. They're like, even though I'm part of the community, it doesn't mean I fuck with this and da 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 da. And it's like, I don't know. I feel bad because I know that trans people a lot of times don't feel a part of the LGBT community and the queer community. They have to have their own subculture, I guess, so that they feel safe. Because there are a lot of queer people who are transphobic.
And that really embarrasses me. I'm not going to lie. For you people out there who are in the queer community and who are transphobic, I'm so shy for you. I'm not going to lie, because I just think it's silly. Like, why do you care? You've had people not accept you. You've had people look at you and like be like, okay, why is this person like, why are you doing this to other people?
Yeah.
I'm really, really shy for you. I need people to keep trans people's name out of their mouth.
And even if you don't understand it, just hush your gums. Nobody wants to know.
No one cares.
Nobody cares. Oh my God. That also reminds me of, so I was out on a date and me and my date were like holding hands to the train station, right? And I spotted this guy looking at us, but it didn't cross my mind he was looking at us in like a homophobic way. I think he just looks like, oh, you know, this is a very pretty woman with this masculine presenting person. I didn't expect it. And because she does look very straight. So what a straight person would look like. She just looked that way. You wouldn't look at her and think that she's queer. And so we've gone in the train station and, you know, we've said out, we've gone our separate ways. We've said goodbye to each other. Da, 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 da. But as soon as we went our separate ways, she calls me, like, as we always do. She always calls me. She gets on her train, I get on my train. And I hear a voice in the background. And the voice is basically, it's a man's voice. And then she's like, what? And he's basically questioning her, saying, he's like, do I know you from somewhere? She's like, no, you don't know me from anywhere. She lies about what her name is. And he turns around and he goes, do you date men? And she's just taken aback. And she's never experienced anything like this before. So she was just taken back here. And I was on the phone, like feeling helpless, not being able to step in because I'm on another train and I'm just on the phone, a voice on the phone, And she's like, oh, she's like, what are you talking about? And I think she was a bit shaken up. So other people on the train could see that. He's like, why are you dating a woman? You're too pretty for that. like I saw you holding hands with that lady. What are you doing? Da, 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 da. You should be with a man. He said, what went wrong? All this stuff. Yeah. And she was just like, huh, what? Like, she's like, I'm on the phone. Like, leave me alone. I'm on the phone. He's like, are you on the phone to her? And she said, yeah. And he was like, I hope she can hear me. Yeah. And then this lady, I heard lady's voice. He's like, oh my God, Sarah, long time. I haven't seen you for such a long time. And she's like, oh, hey, babe, how are you? And they hug and all this stuff. And he's just like, what? And she's like, how you been? Like, she just tries to distract him from what's going on. And then a bunch of men also walked over and like it was, but the lady kind of looked at them and was like, I got this kind of thing. But they all stood on guard because they could see what was happening. And then he clocked it and he was like, oh, I see what's going on here. And he was like, you're not going to do this to me today.
Do what to you?
Acting like the victim.
You started it, mate. Do what to you?
Yep. And then he walked down the other side of the carriage. But bless that lady, she sat with her for the whole journey. It was quite a long journey. And like, even when she got off the train, the lady was still there. So blessed, because we don't know if that man got off the train. He was just on another carriage. So even when she got off, she was like looking around, like, oh my God. And you just need to let people be.
Yeah.
Like, somebody's gone out and had a good time, a good evening.
You've ruined their evening.
And you've just ruined their evening. And just because you're a stranger as well. Like, you don't even like know this person. I just don't understand why people need to bring their unwarranted views. I don't care if you're homophobic, just don't tell me about it.
Don't bring it to me. Keep that shit to yourself. Like, that's the thing. Like, why are you inserting yourself in someone else's life? You've got nothing to do with each other. Why must you say he could have? And the thing is, as I said, like, people, there are men out there who definitely see two women together and they think it. They definitely, you can see it in their eyes. You can see them thinking, oh, that's a girl with another girl.
Yep.
You can see it, but they don't say anything.
Yeah.
Keep that shit to yourself. Yeah.
And the thing is, men want to insert themselves when it's a woman that they want. It's always a woman that they find attractive.
But she won't want you. She doesn't want you. She'll never date you. No. She's not interested in you. She'll never be interested in you. So why are you here? Like, it's just this, again, men centering themselves. Like, the whole world revolves around them. Even when this person, you're not their type.
Yeah.
The
issue isn't even really the fact that she's cool. You might be homophobic, but the issue is she's with somebody and not with you. She's with somebody that you're so thrown off by. To the point you're now threatened. Your manhood is threatened. Your masculinity is threatened. Whatever the case may be, you were just threatened. And it pissed me off so much because she's never experienced something like that before. She was by herself, but God bless that woman who stepped in. Yeah,
we need more of that. We need more of that. Like, people are out in public spaces stepping in when people are being harassed. I know sometimes like it could be dangerous, it could get violent and stuff, but we just need that because the reason why he stepped off because he saw people coming. He would have continued if no one came to her aid. He would have continued. And
this is what I'm saying all the time. Yeah, we're always saying when you lot were doing BLM, protect black queens. What black queens were you talking about? The ones that you can have proximity to. The ones that you can date.
Yeah, the ones that you can date.
That's who you're talking about. You're not talking about just black women in general.
The ones that you have access to.
It was a white queen who had to step in. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that man should have been her protector in that moment. Do you know what I'm saying? Not the aggressor. Not somebody who made her feel unsafe.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it happens time and time again. And I've never, I said it, I tweeted about this, and I've never, ever experienced homophobia from anyone in public outside of black men. Black men is the only type of species that I have experienced homophobia out in public about. Other people might think it. They might look, but no one inserts themselves like a black man. Not to us anyway.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that nobody else can be homophobic. It's just that the homophobic I've experienced has been from black men.
Even down to like walking down the street with a girl and a guy inserts himself like, trying to talk to your girlfriend. If it was a man with this woman, you would never try that shit. You never.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Every single time we go out, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times we go out, like, men look at her. It's like I'm not even there. It's like I'm not even there. Like, we could be holding hands and I don't think they would even notice we're holding hands. They're just staring in her face. And it gives me the major ick. Like, it just gives me the ick. It's happened so many times.
Why are you so hungry? You man are hungry, You're hungry. As if you've never seen woman before. If you've never seen Pretty Woman before.
Yeah.
You man are hungry and it's embarrassing. Like, get a grip. Oftentimes I'm just like, do we have two heads? Because we do not behave in that manner. Oh, we're women, innit? But like, it's actually really, really shocking. I need you guys to stop. I need you guys to stop. Like, let's just have respect for each other.
Yeah. Please.
And that's why I said queer men are the best men, because
Period.
them headies, child, it's scary. But anyway, guys, Twitter is a madness. American Twitter is a madness.
You guys have been going through it.
Like, I don't, for some reason, my algorithm has changed more to like, because I made a burner.
Yeah.
But every time I open that burner, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much sex on here. I'm just like, if I'm not in that type of mood, I'm just like, oh my God, what is going on here? But it's changed a bit to like American gay lesbian Twitter, and it's Twitter's bad vibes anyway, so I'm not actually too shocked. But the lesbians on American Twitter, bad vibes, guys. Let's do better.
Do you know what? I feel like my my actual Twitter is the lesbians things that I see all American, but I think that's because I've blocked a lot of the British ones. When they all tried to, it was even this time last year, I'm pretty sure, when they tried to come for me for asking.
Oh yeah.
Asked a question about if you are trans, he, him, why do you still call yourself a lesbian? And they all tried to come for me for asking that question. People don't know things if you don't ask questions. They all tried to come for me. Listen, if I didn't have this podcast and wasn't a physical person, they wouldn't have come for me. That's why you lot came for me. There's some sort of entitlement. So anyway, whatever, I'm not going to go over that. None of them deserve my time or my
But also,
emotion.
just because we have a queer podcast doesn't mean we know every fucking thing. Do you know what I mean?
That's like, I guess, so we can learn things. But I asked that question last year. So a lot of them tried to come for me, and I will use the block button. I'm not scared of anybody.
Quickly.
I will use it quickly. So I blocked a lot of them. So I actually don't see much that goes on British gay Twitter. But however, I do see the Americans. I do see the Americans. And there was a child, let me go and see y'all. There was the stud couple. They're quite young. They look quite young to me. One's a basketball player. One's quite tall. One's quite short. Yeah, and they were doing up stud for stud anti-femme agenda.
Not anti-femme agenda.
I know if you're gonna do your stud for stud, I love that for you. But
Leave
if
the
you're
femmes out of
anti-femme,
it.
yeah, what's the femme got to do with it? But anyway, there's some anti-femme agenda that they have going on. They posted on Valentine's Day, like becoming official, like all this romantic shit and all this stuff, yeah. And then they posted they broke up. Like the other day in true lesbian fashion, and it was all on the internet. But these people must be young. They must be below 25. So whatever I'm below, yeah. But I've been seeing it, yeah. And then there's that drama. I think the basketball one even tweeted the other day, I want my stud back. And the other one said, I'm at home when you're ready. I said,
I'm done. I love that though. Get back together. Go get your boo.
Go get your boo. Go get your stud bang, little stud. And then there was that drama.
Yeah.
There was bare people interacting with that. And then you had the other drama. I guess there were a group of friends. I just remember I saw the name Destiny in there.
There's always a Destiny.
I saw the name Destiny.
There's always a Destiny.
And I don't know the ins and outs of this drama. So if you know about this drama, let us know. Use hashtag Tweeters podcast on Twitter. We wouldn't know the drama yet. But they basically, I guess it was a group of friends, and a particular one who they called plastic locks. I guess she's got lock extensions. So
right.
They were calling it plastic locks. These are not plastic though. These are all natural.
Yeah.
And they were like getting onto her for like talking about each other and all this stuff, and for being broke and like, child. It was a lot.
There was another couple. I don't know if you saw, but like she's usually, one of them is usually a stud or masculine presenting. Let's say masculine presenting, and then she switched it up and wore a dress and wore heels. They were coming for her.
Is that when she combed out her locks as well? That one?
I don't know if she combed that, but she was taller and they were cussing her shoes, the heels that she was wearing.
I didn't see
she was in a dress. It was really bad. It's like quote tweets upon quote tweets. They're like, no, don't do that. Change back. Don't switch it up.
Oh no, she was with her girlfriend.
Yeah,
I saw that one. She was really tall. Yeah,
she was really tall. Guys, it's enough. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
That means there was another one then. There was another one. She...
Oh yeah, the lighter
was like, I've gone from stud to femme and she wouldn't know why.
Yeah.
And she's combed out her locks. She's got her white girlfriend. And they were like, when she posted her girlfriend, they were like, oh. Everyone was like, oh, yeah, I see that. But they were getting onto her as well from stud to femme.
That was terrible.
Everyone's life is
different.
Different. Like, everyone's style changes. If somebody one day dresses like an F-man, for those of you who live across the pond, a fraud guy, someone who does fraud, designer, or every up and down. And then tutus now, they dress like bare alternative or grungy. No one gives them that much stick.
No.
Do you know, I'm going to use somebody for an example actually.
Who?
Gade.
Oh yeah.
So Gade used to dress quite masculine and everything like that. Now, Gade wears makeup.
Yeah.
Gade dresses a little bit more feminine, does his nails and things like that. And I can see, I've watched the interview on his YouTube page with his friend, and she was questioning him like, it's like she thinks it's a phase basically, and he was just like, nah, like this is me, like I'm just coming into a different version of myself, basically what he was saying. But I've heard, even like people have asked me like, what do you think about Gade's switch up? I've never processed that Gade has had a switch up. It's not been, until people start asking me, it has not been a process.
But why is it exactly? Why is it a switch up? Why can't it just be somebody that is, her style has changed? Maybe it has evolved. Do you know what I mean? Like they're into something else now. That's absolutely fine for them to be into. There was another one. This guy, he when he was much younger, he was really high femme, like American guy, really, really gay guy, really high femme. He used to wear like cut out tops, like, and the way he used to pose. And then now he's like very high mask. Like he's gone to the gym. Like he's still gay.
Yeah.
He's still a gay man, but like he's completely switched it up.
People change.
People change. When you're young as well, like you're finding yourself, like even when I started coming up here, I thought I had to be super mask. Like proper like stud mask. I thought that was the only way that I could be. People change. Like, and the thing is about this guy, he could still be very femme in his mannerisms, but the way he presents is masculine.
I don't really know why it throws people off so much.
I don't know.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if you. I don't know why. And life is all about growing, isn't it? And I think if people change the way that they present, the only thing I can think of is that they're more confident in themselves.
Yeah.
Because it takes a lot of confidence to change and to be something that, to be different to what everyone knows you to be. And I can only commend that. I can only kudos to you, like, for stepping into a version of yourself that you're maybe more comfortable with. Because it shouldn't take confidence to do that, but
it does. And I also feel like people need to leave people to live their lives, because that has, what people choose to do has no effects on you whatsoever, you know, like, and people be like, oh well, they put it on the internet, so I can have an opinion on it.
So what's your opinion gonna do now? What does that do for you?
Does it change anything?
It's not even you have to comment on, you know, but
what they're going to do on Twitter is that they're going to comment. That's one thing they're going to do. But yeah, I think people should be able to just live their lives, do what they want. If they want to switch it up, they want to switch it up. If that's not your type, that's not your type. You're not dating them. You're not dating them. So what does it matter?
To do with you, babe. Like, it doesn't put money in your pocket commenting. It just doesn't, like, people are just so misguided.
Yeah. As I said, Twitter's a cesspit. Even like Diera, that popular YouTuber, she started posting her babes now a bit more.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, like she started, and she's actually really good looking.
She is. Do you know? I did see they went to Tokyo.
Yeah.
And I think I can see her in the corner.
Here and there.
You know what I mean? I did see that on her Instagram, and she's good looking.
She's a lot taller than most of you on Twitter. Still,
you little studs.
You little studs.
You little studs.
No shade. No shade. But yeah, guys, I mean, I don't know if, because we're a bit older, so we're just like, oh, all of this is to, like, for the birds. Like,
yeah, maybe. Do you know what? I have to admit, there was a time in my 20s where somebody switched up. They were mask presenting, all of that, and then they switched up. They moved to another country, was femme, and got a boyfriend. Yeah. And I would say that I definitely cussed them, but I cussed them because they will cuss me the way I present. That's the reason it was payback.
Oh yeah.
Because they were so like adamant on, oh, is she a stud? Is she a femme? Is she a STEM? She was going on chatting shit about me, yeah, so much, and then you've gone from stud to femme, and that's the reason why I said something. Yeah. Because how dare you come for me when you've done a whole, and you've even dating a man now.
Yeah.
So that's the reason.
That's a whole switch up. Yeah. No, but I hear that though. I think, boy, child, like, let's just stop with all that rubbish. Yeah, let's get it together, guys. I'm really tired. Let's get it together. Even like back in the day, yeah, I used to judge like masks or studs who wore like weave and stuff, like, but now I just don't care. Just do what you want to do, babe. Like, if you look good with the bust down, wear the bust down.
Wear the bust down, child.
Do you know what I mean?
We need to talk about group dates.
Child.
So our group chat is, for some reason, obsessed with, well, one or two people are obsessed with one or dates. Yeah. And where do you stand with group dates? Have you been on a group date before? Actually, we have. With our exes, we went to brunch. We'll call it a double date, I guess.
That day was a horrible day.
What was it? Oh, yeah, it was.
There was a good brunch. It ended horribly, mostly because it was my fault. But where do I stand with it? I feel like I really enjoyed our group activities.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed it, but I feel like it was because we were both serious with our significant others. Like, that's why. But I wouldn't be doing group dates with people that you man are just dating. That is not, it's not significant. That you lot don't see a future with. I'm not coming outside my house for that.
And spending money.
I'm not doing it.
That's temporary. Let's be honest, we know when the babes is temporary, and we know when it's okay. This is the real deal.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not doing it. I'm so sorry. I love a group date though. Like group holidays, I want to do all of that. Group holidays, group dates, group getaways, all of that stuff. But they have to be significant.
Yeah.
For me, anyway, because I'm not coming outside my house. I don't even like coming outside my house.
No.
You know, and recently the one or two people in our lads group chat has been like, "Oh, Nana, you need to date so we can go and group dates." And I'm just like, can you get a grip? You want me to now go and be dating just because you want me to go on a group date?
Yeah.
Does it make sense? Is it making sense in the brain? Is it?
No. Do you know, I want to, in the future, I want us all to go on a group holiday
with our families and stuff.
Families and our wives.
Yeah, wives.
Not temporary people. Like with our wives, or even if we're not married, somebody who is going to be in your life, you have the intention of being with them forever. I want to do that. I want us to go to Jamaica.
Yeah.
And have a good trip. Not just Jamaica, but just an example. Yeah. I want us to do that, yeah. But just not with temporary people.
How do you guys feel about that? Because like...
Yeah, but there's also the thing about not mixing your babes with your friends. Okay, this is something that after my last relationship, I was like, I'm not mixing my babes with my friends. I was very, very adamant on that. And the person I dated last year, I didn't really mix her that much. Like, Nana met her a few times. Everyone met her here and there. But because as you do, it's kind of impossible.
Yeah, to completely separate.
That, yeah. Especially if they're going to be someone that's a part of your life, you need to bring them in to certain aspects of your life, right? And normally it does start with the friends before it goes into family and whatever. Yeah. But that person was quite separate, and they also very adamant that I don't want to be around your friends that much because I just don't, not with nothing with your friends, I just believe in keeping things separate, and I was on the same page because I just felt like with my last relationship it was too intertwined. We broke up, everybody didn't know what side to choose, and I had to remind people that you're my friend, you weren't her, she was my girlfriend.
Why do you niggas need reminding?
You had to remind a few people, and there's some people that I still don't really fuck with because they've forgotten that they were my friend before she was my girlfriend, before she was my girlfriend, basically.
I don't blame you.
And cool, you know, she was really she was in the mix.
She was in the mix.
Because when you are in the mix, that you now have certain entitlements to certain relationships, you just have, and then even when the breakup, everyone was involved in our breakup, and it was just too much. Yeah, it was too much. I spoke about my breakup with everyone else more than I did with the person I broke up. I had one conversation after we broke up.
And it's so mad because also she was much more intertwined in your life than you was in hers.
But I wasn't in her. That's another reason why I didn't want to mix the two, because I wasn't intertwined in her life even half as much if she was intertwined into mine, So things have to be equal when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So but now, the person I'm seeing now, she's met all my friends, and you know, and I've been out of her in public spaces and queer spaces, non-queer spaces, all this stuff. So I think a lot of people have seen me with her. I purposely don't introduce her to some people because I just don't want them to know my business. You can see me, but I don't want you even to know what her name is. 'Cause I've just learned from that situation. But that kind of attitude, it goes into group dates though. Yeah. So it goes in some people don't like group dates because they want to separate that relationship between their friends or their family and their babes.
My thing is if I'm dating someone and they're not, like, I don't see a future with them, or I wouldn't even date anyone I don't see a future with. But let's just say, because I'm tired of that. But like let's just say like I'm doing some casual dating or whatever. I'm not bringing her around my friends like that. Like, I'm not
a casual person. Doesn't need to be around
a casual person is not going to be around my friend. And I did say even like after my breakup as well, because that person was also very intertwined in my life and my friends. I was in hers, not as much, but
you was there.
I was there, you know. I think it's just a bit much. I'm not, unless like I'm really set on this person, I'm not bringing her around. And I did say this, like I've been saying this in the group chat for like since we broke up. I was like, we need to stop bringing people around that are just casual. Like, and I've said this, and I've stand on it. Like,
I don't know if anyone's listening, but am I just calling the people as babes temporary?
So our friends are gonna be in the gym listening to this, like, what? But yeah, I mean, whatever. But just, yeah, for me personally, is I'm not doing it. I would expect you not to. No. Obviously, I can't control other people and what they do you? But I'm not doing that.
Yeah, don't bring temporary people around. Yeah. It just gets too messy.
It does get messy because then because it's temporary. There's always a lot of issues when things are temporary. There's always some things. So then now I'm involved in the issue. I don't want to be involved in the issue.
I just want to have beef with people. Yeah. Like I don't want people to not come to our events because pay and come to our events. Yeah.
The community is small already.
Yeah, like listen, if I got beef with you, I'm still right to you're still welcome to my event, you know. Like you are still welcome to come and buy drinks. I don't care. We're just providing a space.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean.
Come
like,
and enjoy
I don't
yourself.
care if you got beef. Come through.
Yeah, come and enjoy yourself. Come and spend on that bar, boy. But yeah, I think I'm not doing it.
Not everyone I've got beef with though.
Yeah, no. There's some people no.
That's
why I said there's certain places that I wouldn't even go to because
there is a certain party.
There's a certain party that's happening soon.
To.
But it's because it's small. If I catch this bitch's eye, I'm gonna be vexed. So no.
Yeah. There's a particular DJ that DJs there, and until they drop that DJ from the lineup, I'm not going to their event. Unfortunately,
not there. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, let us know what you think about group dates using the hashtag TT's podcast. Are you for group dates? Like just with like not randoms, temporary people? Are you? Are you not? Let's talk about it. But yeah. Next.
Someone wants us to talk about cheating. I have to be honest, I don't really like talking about cheating that much because I've cheated. And and it's not funny that I've cheated, but I just want to give people like a thing, like just give them ammo. But we will talk about cheating because you want us to talk about cheating. We spoke about cheating bare times before, but we can talk about cheating again.
We did speak about cheating, and obviously it's a difficult one because cheating is bad and we don't condone it, and you shouldn't cheat. Don't cheat. Don't do it.
I don't recommend cheating. Not for that person, not for you.
Yeah. Don't do it. But it happens. Yeah. We can't ignore the fact that it actually happens. People cheat for various different reasons, but it's not a good thing to do because it's the ultimate betrayal, and you could have just broken up with them.
Yeah, 100%. It's actually easier just to break up with them.
You could have just said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then you do whatever you do, and that means you're not cheating. That just means you're single and you're living your life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I just feel like, I've also cheated in the past.
Do you feel like going forwards, you have to tell future people that you cheated before?
They always ask. They always ask. It's so funny because I was talking to one of our friends yesterday, and she was talking about the queer ultimatum, and she was talking about how Mal is very understanding, and I was like, yeah, Mal's lovely, but I'm sure Mal's not innocent. Do you know what I mean? Like I've heard some things in the past, and she was just like, it sounds like you and Mal are the same person. I was like, okay. So, and I was like, so what you're saying is that I'm understanding, but I ain't shit. And she was like, yeah. And I can see it. But we're not perfect. No one is perfect.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens. I think after the cheating, people have asked. People always ask. Even before that, people would ask.
Yeah, and they do. Have you cheated before?
Before that, I had cheated. I don't really call it cheating. I kissed somebody, one of my friends, and we kissed.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And this was during the end of my relationship.
Cheating,
it was. I don't think I ever told my ex.
She doesn't know.
No. Hope she don't figure it out. But anyway, it was a very long time ago.
Girl. It was a long time ago.
It was a very long time ago. But yeah, when they ask me, obviously I don't like to answer it, but I answer it. I'll be like,
Yeah.
And then you have to go into the spiel of, because they will ask you why you cheated, and then you have to go into that, and it's just like, the main thing is just that I would never do it again.
Yeah, same. I will never do it again. Do you know what? There's not even a reason for cheating. There's no reason to cheat. Because you can break up with them. No, there's going to be no reason good enough.
Right.
And because there are reasons why people cheat. Let's be honest. There are reasons why.
But they're never
maybe
good enough.
you still love your partner and you don't necessarily want to lose them, but you're so unhappy and someone else is giving you what your partner's not giving you. And that is why I cheated. That is the reason. I was unhappy in my relationship. I felt like my partner was not fulfilling my needs at all. Especially, it was a time in my life where I can wholeheartedly say that was the lowest point of my life. And they were still extremely demanding. They were not understanding. I don't think that they acknowledged my emotions much. I had to over-explain what my needs were and over-explain what my emotions were. And I just felt multiple times. And I feel like if you know your babes, you should understand that they're going through something. And there wasn't that understanding of my emotions, my personality, and how I maneuver through those dark times, or try to maneuver through those dark times. And somebody else saw me in that moment. Somebody else saw me. Is it somebody that I had feelings for? No. Is it somebody that I was even attracted to? No. However, in that moment, I needed to be held, and that person held me in that moment. Yeah. And but would I say it's a good thing? Absolutely not. No. So I didn't just cheat. I had an affair, and I wouldn't say that it's something that it's one of my hugest regrets in this life, because the amount of hurt that came out of that is not a reflection of how I felt about my partner at the time. It wasn't it's even how I respected my relationship at the time. I was extremely vulnerable then, and I can see that a person that I cheated with also played my vulnerability, because I see how they connect with others as well, and they always connect with others in a similar way.
Yeah. They take advantage of their vulnerability.
Yeah, they do. But is that person to blame? No, because I was in the relationship. I will take full responsibility and accountability for that. However, I thought I was going to die afterwards. I don't.
The feeling after you cheat is a horrible fucking feeling.
The guilt was eating your life.
Oh my God. And for that reason, after that, the fire that comes after that, I would never fucking do it again. It took me a long time to get over the fact that I cheated.
Same.
I was like, who am I? I didn't trust myself. I didn't trust my decisions. I felt guilty. That guilt ate me up for years, even after it. The thing that it does to you inside, it's not worth it. It's never fucking worth it. So, if you're listening to this right now and you're misbehaving, or you're thinking about misbehaving, it's not worth it.
Stop.
We do not recommend doing it.
No, please
don't do it. My thing was the reason, which is not, it's not a reason, but the reason I cheated was because I was deeply confused about myself, where I was going, where I was headed in my life. And instead of communicating that, I pulled myself away from my significant other instead and started doing rubbish, and it was just a horrible, horrible thing to do, because that person was there and would have listened had I gone to them. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I believe that.
Yeah, it was definitely they
she
definitely
always
made
held
the
space
safe.
for you.
Yeah,
she did.
I don't know why I didn't think the space was safe at the time.
I know why, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, there's other things in it, because there's, when it comes to relationship, there's other things but it was just
somebody plays on your vulnerability too.
Do you think so?
Yeah, not.
Oh well, yeah.
She played on your vulnerability as well.
Yeah. That's absolutely true.
I don't think you would have if it wasn't for that person.
Yeah. In my ear.
If she played your vulnerability as well, but
yeah, that's true.
So I think we can take account. Obviously, So, and the things I've been cheated on too. I've been on the receiving end of being cheated on, and this person cheated multiple times. Yeah, this person cheated multiple times. Lipstick was smudged on their face one day. Saw them,
Yes.
The day that I met them, actually.
Yes.
The ex that we met 10 years ago through that,
became our bio.
They became our bio. And she showed up with she had my car one day. She showed up and she had crashed my car. I don't think she was driving a car.
I can't believe you gave her your car.
I went to buy bitches.
I was going to say something, but it might be incriminating.
I don't even care.
She didn't have a license.
She didn't have a license. And I trusted her this much with my car because of love. Love is blind. Let me tell you. Love is blind.
That one, yeah.
How? And one day I went to buy bitches and...
Bad bitches.
She was nowhere to be seen with my car. My friends were like, where is she? And my friends didn't like her. And
that's always an
indication, a strong indication.
That, yeah.
Shout out to Rama. Whenever Rama is always right about my babes, yeah. And she pulled up and my heart is hanging. Why is the front of my bumper hanging off?
She didn't have shame because she even pulled up.
She pulled up to the rave
with a hanging bumper.
I had a brand new Golf at the time and it was hanging. And then when I sat in there was a Maggie in there and the seat was pulled all the way back. She had a nigga in my car.
She definitely had a nigga in the car.
I don't know which nigga it was. She had a nigga in my car. There was another time she asked me to pick her up from somewhere. And I was waiting for her for time. For like an hour, I was messaging Rama. Rama was like, she's cheating. Shout out to Rama. Rama was like, she cannot be trusted. And then she pulled up with a face full of makeup. She only went to work. She never used to wear makeup to work. And she pulled up and she was acting very suspicious. The bar she told me to pick her up from was closed. Mm-hmm. The bar didn't open that day. It went home, and then we went home. A message popped up on her phone and said, "Are you fucking her tonight?" From the person she was just with. And even though I saw that, she still said that she wasn't cheating. She never admitted cheating, but
there was always evidence.
There was always evidence.
There was always evidence that you could see with your own fucking eyes.
Yeah.
Like, not ones where you just have a feeling that someone's cheating. There was actually physical evidence.
Yeah. Remember that time she was going on a date with somebody and I messaged you. I was like, "Are they friends?" You know what I'm talking about?
No.
She's put it on our podcast. She's gonna be like,
no
knows about that. I do know about it.
Oh,
yeah,
I know who's about. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I messaged you. I was like, "Are they even friends like that?" And because I'm not sure I was dropping her off to a date, and she was like, "No." Do you remember? She was like, "We are friends. Nana has not been a good friend to me lately. So how will she know who my friends are?" That's what she was saying. Like, how could you be with Nana over me and all this stuff? And I was like, I just knew Nana was. Even though I met Nana through her, I knew Nana wasn't going to lie. Nana was like, "Do you know what? Maybe I don't know, but they're not friends. As far as I know, they're not friends like that." Yeah. I dropped her, guys. Like the mumu that I dropped her to her date, and then I told her, if this is a date, make sure you find your way home, or we're breaking up. Yeah, make sure you find your way. Don't go on.
She really took the piss.
Yeah, so she went. I think she cut the date short, and then she came home. Yeah. But without snapping the person, me and the person are really, really cool. I have so much love for this person.
Yeah.
They've even been a guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
All this stuff. But I don't know if they know that I know this story.
But they probably didn't even know about you.
They did, because they were talking about me in the DMs. So I went through her DMs and said person was like, "What kind of name is Rosalind?" Rosalind is my full name, guys. They were like, "What kind of name is Rosalind?" And she was like, the girl was like, "Oh, just because you have a non-binary name, like."
Oh, yeah.
She didn't say non-binary, but she was like, just because you have a name that's like
unisex
can be a boy or girl's
yeah.
name, because we didn't know about non-binary back then.
Yeah.
Everyone's names is that or whatever, and she was, I don't know. I just saw their DMs. It was a bit shady. She was a bit shady towards me, whatever. But me and this person have never had this conversation. We're very, very cool. They've been on this podcast.
Yeah.
But they might listen now and now know that I know the story. But that's part of her cheating that she did. And I also don't have any bad blood toward this person. I don't care. And so but at the end of that relationship, I felt that relationship made me feel very insecure.
Of course it would do that.
Yeah, it stripped me. Because before I met her, I was borderline cocky before I met her. And I think she wanted to humble me. I think that was part of her thing, humbling me.
Yeah, because you're a pretty girl. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think she definitely wanted to she's got that kind of personality.
Yeah, to humble.
Yeah.
And also I think she was jealous that I was a pretty one.
Yeah.
She was the femme.
Yeah.
So
that's why she didn't like you dressing up girly and stuff. But this is the thing, she always told me, because I knew this girl before Ro knew her. We had a thing. We never really dated because she was a weird ass person. Anytime that I showed that I liked her, she'll be acting up. As soon as I was dating somebody else, then she wanted me all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, no. After a while, I was just like, no, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I'm not dealing with this. But she told me when we were friends that she can't date FM because she has to be the pretty one. She has to be the femme. Do you know what I mean? So I definitely feel like she was like envious, jealous.
Because even
that
if
you
we
was
went
pretty.
out, together, certain spaces, and people, oh my God, you're so pretty. She hated it. She wouldn't say anything, but I could see on her face and feel her energy that she hated it. Like and I think that came from a lot of different traumas that from her family, like being a twin and being like compared to a twin a lot, and that's not something I take away from her. Like, she's entitled to that, but the projection on me was real. It was real. Whenever we broke up and I got with somebody else, that's when she wanted me. And the same thing. Yeah. And what would I do? Go running back like a mumu.
Yeah. But she was a very sloppy cheater. As in very, very there's some people that would cheat, and you wouldn't know that they're cheating. Yeah. Like, you wouldn't know.
Nobody knew that I was cheating. Am I cheating? Even my friends, only a small portion of my friends knew that I was cheating. I think 3 or 4 of my friends knew that I was cheating. I'm trying to think,
did anyone know that I was cheating?
No, nobody knew.
No one knew. No one knew. No, cheating is bad, because the lies that come with it, because you're lying about where you are.
It's making me cringe. Some of the things that I did. Oh, I can't believe I did it. I just can't believe. Don't even recognize that person who was cheating.
It's so mad. It's so mad. Do you know what? I never thought I'd be that person, because like, I have some like, before that, people in my family have cheated, and I always looked at them with sort of like disgust a little bit on that part, that part of them. And so I said I would never be that person. And I became that person. And I was just like, who is she?
It's mad, because it's in your lowest moments that you do become somebody else in your lowest moments. But I think now that we've become somebody else, we need to know who we are. We need to remember who we are in those moments and not show our pints. We can't do that, because our pint is not even dirty like that.
No, it's not.
So we clean our pints.
We're not those people. We're not those people. I think we had a moment of weakness. It was very weak, extremely weak. Like, because I could say my mental health was not in the right place at the time that I was doing that bullshit, and that's just an example. Do you think that you can love someone and cheat on them? Because people always say, oh, if you really love someone, you won't cheat on them, or you can't cheat on them.
I don't think I've ever said this before, but I think I fell out of love with her. So, no.
Yeah.
I feel like if you do love somebody, you wouldn't cheat on them. I do think that I questioned my love for her when we were together. But it's something I just kept to myself. I kept that to myself, because I just felt like I don't want to put that in the universe, and I start questioning what love even is. Yeah,
because if you say it out loud to somebody else, then you have to deal with it.
Yep, and it makes it real. it makes it real.
Yeah.
So I just didn't really say it out loud, but I do think by that point, I think I still had a lot of love for her, but I don't think I was in love with her anymore by that point.
And the thing is, the way I was with this person in the beginning, I could have never done that then. And they even said it. It was like, the way we were, you could have never cheated on me.
No, this episode's gonna get some listeners.
It's time though. I mean, like, we've never spoken about this in this much detail. Yeah. But I just think, I maybe it's the same for me, because I could never see myself doing that.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Even the person I cheated on, somebody asked her a couple of weeks beforehand, do you think, because she's like, oh, that Rose changing, like she's not really that present anymore. And the thing is, you're not going to be that present in your relationship.
Some people can.
I don't know how y'all do that. I was that one.
Some people can actually be cheating, like fully cheating, have an affair, and still be very present. And these people are scary. Those people are fucking scary. But for me, I was not present.
No, I wasn't present. My emotions were somewhere else, not for love. My presence was somewhere else. And so the person said, do you think she's cheating? And she was like, she would never do that to me. She's like, that is not even a thing. And I think the fact that she could put all her savings on the fact that I would never cheat on her is also that what really hurt her. It just wasn't something she expected at all. Like, she's also, but I also think that came from a toxic place. Like, but that I would never cheat on her, because I think that because I wanted her for a long time, I think she didn't think that I would ever want anybody else. And I think that she still thinks that I wouldn't want anyone else. Chat.
Welp.
And yeah, so I think that there's that too. She just never expected it. Like, ooh, child.
Same with mine. She never expected it.
I didn't think I could ever do that. When I got into a relationship with this person, I thought, easy. I could easily be with them.
Yeah.
Like I would easily want to cheat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
never say
But
never.
I just don't think we would have done it if there wasn't things going on. Not that it's an excuse, but like
I wouldn't have. If things weren't going on, I wouldn't have. If yeah. If things, but the thing is, that is what life does, though. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to be able to maintain a relationship where you have enough love and respect for each other.
That even in the rough times,
yes,
you can still stick it out, be together, and get through it.
That's why that relationship wasn't for me, because that relationship only was good when things were good. Whenever things were not good, especially for me, if things were not good for her, then the relationship was fine. But if things weren't good for me, no, that's why I knew that relationship wasn't for me. And, so, but it's interesting not to compare and contrast and stuff like that, but like moving forward, that's something I look for in relationships now. Like I have to know that with this person, if we are down in the dumps, is this person just going to give up on me? Is this person going to move out because they feel like I need to deal with it by myself? Is this person gonna, I don't know, take everything personally, take my feelings personally and things like that? That's something to look for as well. But the cheating should not be the option, though. Go to find it elsewhere. No, it should never ever be the option. Like I think I'm now finally like, you know, it took some years. It took some years for me to finally forgive myself. I think forgiveness is really important. Even if that other person doesn't forgive you, I think you should forgive yourself, you know, because then you're never going to move past it. For me, I was just like, I never want to hurt somebody like this again. Have you forgiven yourself?
Yeah. But it took a while.
Yeah.
How
did you forgive yourself? This question was about how do you move over when somebody DM'd us basically, and somebody was like, can you talk about cheating and like how to get over someone who's cheated on you and things like that. But I think it goes both ways. I think the conversation goes both ways, and we can only speak about experiences. So I could speak for the person who I cheated on. They definitely said that they had to forgive me because it was just they were holding on to too much pain, like too much hurt, and they didn't want to live like that. Do you know what I mean? And at some point you're gonna have to reckon with it, and you're gonna have to, you know, figure it out in your own mind. Sometimes you can't even figure it out with that person. Sometimes people, once somebody cheats on you, like, I don't want to deal with this person anymore, which is up to you. But also then that means that you've got to figure that shit out by yourself in your own mind. And if you don't get over that and you hold on to that, you're never going to move on. You have to let go for yourself. You need to let go for yourself. You need to let go for yourself. But for me, like, I think it was just with time. I think it was just with time. I had to let it go. I had to stop beating myself up about it because it's past now. I can't go back and change it. I wish I could. If I could, I would teleport and go back and not do it because it wasn't fucking worth it. But I think it was just with time. It's just like, okay, and it made me scared. It actually made me scared that if I got into anything else, I would hurt the person again. Another person. Do you feel like that? I've now realised if I feel like that, it means I don't love the person enough. That's what I've realised.
And then there's something you need to figure out there.
I feel like or I'm not in, I don't think, if I'm scared, if I feel like I'm going to cheat on somebody, like Clay, just don't marry the person. Clay clearly didn't want
Clay, he's probably with a porn star now.
Have you not seen all that's happened? We'll get that in a minute.
But
because the person I was dating before, it was a fear. I'm not gonna lie. It's not a fear now. It's not a fear now. I feel like it's not a fear now.
And also like that thing that you said about like relationships, like not always happy go lucky. It's not always rainbows and glitter. Like I think if you do feel like you want to cheat, I always knew that was like, because even with one of my other exes, like I was just like, okay, I'm breaking up with her because I feel like I'm gonna cheat because I feel like and that was me. I've had fallen out of love with her. That was, and it's so funny that I like didn't recognize that again. Like, because for me, in my world, there was no way I could not be in love with this person.
That's what I didn't think here. Because obviously, I met you in that relationship. And I remember you were saying you're going to break up with her because you don't want to cheat. And so I didn't ever think you would cheat because I met you, like, and when we met, like months later, you broke up with this person. You was like, I'm going to break up with them because I don't want to cheat on them. So I thought you would always have that. I thought that you would.
This shit slapped me in the face, bruv. I wasn't even looking. I just got slapped in the face. Like it just came out of nowhere. But it's because I thought I didn't think I couldn't imagine a world where I wasn't still in love with this person. So for me that didn't make sense. I'm just like, you know. Oh, man. But you need to listen and respond to the things that are around you, the energy, how you feel. Because I think for me, especially in that time, I didn't understand what I was feeling. Do you know what I mean? I was so confused.
Me too. I didn't understand what I was feeling as well. But this person I was cheating with was telling me how I was feeling. That you are like this, or you feel like you. I don't know. Like it just felt like you should have gave witches. Don't get with witches.
No, don't get with witches.
This one was it. Well, if they're a good witch, it's fine. But this one was a wicked witch. And the thing is, she was telling me things like, "Oh yeah, I can't cookie swallow because that's like spiritual." I should have known.
That bitch was scary.
I should have known. And she was like, "Oh, I can't touch your hair because I should have known."
When she was spiritually coming without you touching her.
Oh my god, this girl spiritually came without me. I wasn't even
in the room.
In the room with her, and she came. It's now no witch. Is that witch?
That is a witchcraft 101, boy. That is a witchcraft.
Yeah, but this is what this person. I hope this kind of gives you this person an extensive, like you're giving our own experiences here.
We've said a lot today, boy.
We said a lot, and I hope this person, if you've been cheated on, you can heal, but you have to look within yourself, like Nana said. Like it's a personal journey you have to take. And if you're somebody who has cheated and you feel really bad, sometimes you have to let the person go.
Yeah.
You have to let the person go. I think that when I cheated, I don't think I immediately wanted them back. I feel like I knew I had a lot of my own personal issues I had to deal with by myself. Especially things that over the years, I wasn't dealing with. I was just on the go. And especially because I was somebody who put my girlfriend before my needs, and I couldn't do that anymore. So I tried to like deal with what I was going on with, and I wanted her back at some point, but I'm not sure if I wanted her back or if I really wanted her back, to be honest. I don't think that was the case, because like I said, I think I had fallen out of love with her by that point, but I think I missed her. But it wasn't. So
but you missed her because obviously when you're in a relationship as well, this is why I always say sometimes friendships, not everyday sexual escapades, because you was in a relationship with her for years, for a few years, and you're used to seeing this person's face every day. You're used to be around them, you're used to having conversations with them, just being so in each other's life. So when that completely stops, like just abruptly, all of a sudden, you're going to miss them.
You have to grieve them.
It's a loss, so you got to grieve them.
Yeah, and it did take quite a long time to get there. You know, the grieving and to get to the point where I wasn't good for her and she wasn't good for me. I think in our last conversation, she said, "I'm not that person for you anymore," and that really spoke volumes for me. And I feel like to be honest, I thought she was never that person for me. But she said, when she actually said it with her mouth, that's when I began. Okay, cool. No more communication, no more contact or whatever. But the thing is, time heals. Time does actually heal. For if you were the cheater or the cheated cheated on, time. I know it's very cliche to say that, but it does.
It does just get a little bit easier every day. So you just have to give yourself time. You have to, actually work on healing. And a lot of the time things go on in relationships, people don't deal with it, then they get into another one, and you're taking all that baggage from, what happened in the last relationship into your new one. You've got trauma, you've got, do you know what I mean? You've got triggers. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Figure it out, sort it out on yourself. Don't bring that to somebody else. And also don't feel like just because somebody has cheated on you, the next person's going to do it to you. Like, I don't want people to ever give up on love because they've been hurt by someone. Like, don't ever do that.
Or don't alter your version of love either, the kind of love that you want. I think some people, obviously people learn things and they take it into the next relationship and stuff like that, but you don't need to like alter what love means to you. Because of somebody has hurt you, I don't think what love means to me has necessarily changed. I think that because I used to say that I'm not somebody, I used to say that I was low maintenance, as I've said before, and I'm not low maintenance.
But you learned that though.
But I had to learn that, and that's something I'm going to carry into my love. But what love actually feels and looks like to me hasn't necessarily changed. I haven't experienced it, but I do hope to one day. You know, so I hope on the cheating subject we've
We've covered that for
I
you.
think we've covered that quite well for you.
Ciao.
We've got time for a dilemma.
Yeah.
It's a long one. But I like you. The person that sent it, I can see your picture there. I like shit, so I'm gonna read it, all of it. Okay, dilemma. How to hook up with lesbians. Hi, booze. Hey, girl.
Hey, babes.
Hope you're having a gentle week. We are. Hope you are too. Well, ish. Thank you for all you do, and even if the powers that be you don't give you your flowers, just know we appreciate and see the amazing things you're doing. The podcast is amazing. I look forward to every Wednesday. Thank you. Do you know you guys? You guys have been giving us our flowers. Even it's in emoji form. We love it.
Thank you.
You guys have given us our flowers, and we really appreciate it. Like we appreciate all the love that we receive. Let me get back to the dilemma. Here's my dilemma. I'm a late bloomer to exploring my queerness. It all kicked off when I was 23. I'm now 27. I've gone from bisexual to pansexual to queer, and I'm now settled on queer but lesbian adjacent. Okay. Meaning I'm firmly aligned with the cooch, but you know, I could be persuaded by a queer guy, small, like really small, like really, really small.
Tiny bit.
I started really leaning into this last year and was going on dates with women and figuring all that out because dating women is so different to dating men. I fully planned on just dating and seeing where things go. I'd been single for 3 years, so I'm comfortable with my own company, but I'd still go on cute dates here and there. So tell me why I end up in a super intense whirlwind romance that lasted 3 weeks and then took me 3 months to recover from. It was my first proper romance with a woman, and it was great. Showed me that this could actually happen and wasn't just a fantasy in my head. Sorry if this is getting too long. Guys, I need to stop telling you guys, just do what you want to do. Just send whatever you want to send. It's okay. Sorry if this is getting too long. But I recovered and I finally felt like I could date again. Okay. Fantastic. Great. Fun. At one point, I had 4 dates in a week. Girl!
Oh, you busy.
You girl. And then I ended up in a several months long situationship. I'm going to confess, I am a lover girl.
We can see that.
Okay. I can't help it. But please help me anyway. How do I keep things from escalating so quickly?
You can't. You can't.
I was supposed to be having a whole resurgence. A whole as in HOE resurgence. Now that I'm dating women, I'm a lover girl, but I'm a whole too. Do lesbians just hook up? How are we keeping safe when doing this? Because I'm an enthusiastic giver and I don't want to get anything nefarious. Because I like going on cute dates and spending time with whoever I'm dating, I just don't necessarily want to jump into anything serious right now. Still very much mourning the situationship. This advice is for the future when I'm ready to date again. Thanks in advance. Stay blessed. Kiss. No bars.
So what is the dilemma?
The dilemma is basically
how to not get serious.
Basically when she okay. Basically she keeps getting into whirlwind situationships.
That's what women love to do.
And she's trying to figure out if this is just what women do.
Queer
like,
women,
do we just hook up?
Yes, they do.
And they just end up in like this?
Yes.
And how do you recover from these things? She was in a whirlwind for 3 weeks and it's taken her 3 months to recover from it.
The recovery time is always longer. Is always really long.
The recovery time is going to take double the time it was with the person, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like maybe even triple in some cases. But I think that...
To answer her question, do women do... Yes.
Yeah.
We do this. I've learned not to. I've stopped doing that shit. But especially when you've just come out and stuff, yes. It's very, very easy to get involved very quickly because it's always just the feels. It's always just emotions, feels, you know.
And as you said, you're a late bloomer. Well, you're not a late.
You're not a late.
It's not a late bloomer to me.
It's not a late bloomer.
But you would consider yourself a late bloomer, and you're still pretty much, I guess, in the beginning-ish of exploring your queerness and seeing where you fit and stuff like that. And I just think that it's because everything is new.
Yeah.
A lot of the times when things are new, we latch onto the excitement of that, and our feelings start to grow out of that excitement, and everyone likes new shit. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's a new car, some new shoes, new pussy.
That's why
you like
cheat.
new shit. You just do. And so, but it's all about continuing to like that new shit when it's not new anymore, when it's becoming something you're used to and things like that. And unfortunately, a lot of women do fall off. Even people just in general, you
They
fall off
yeah.
when it's not new anymore. When you get to know each other a bit more, when you get to see something that, I don't like that about them. Maybe they've done something and it just gives you the ick. I don't know, but it's not new anymore.
Yeah.
And that's where, and as women, we connect very intensely, very, very quickly because our familiarity, because we're emotional beings and all this stuff. When we have sex, is very intense. We have these conversations, we're on the phone for 6 hours and all this stuff, yeah. But it's because it's new a lot of the time.
It's because it's new. And that's a good point, that they're kind of new-ish to this. I think, like, even when, you know, when I was younger, I was definitely a serial monogamist. Like, I would just, like, start dating someone, get with them, break up after a year and a half or 2 years. Do you know what I mean? And I kept on. I haven't done it in a long time. Sure.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I was in your 20s. You loved it.
Yeah, I was doing that cry. I was always in a relationship. I was always in love.
I think since I've known you've been in
3
relationships
in the span of 10 years almost.
But they're all long-term relationships.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's people wouldn't really consider that long term, but
they were more than a year. All of them were more than a year.
Yeah, but people consider like 10 years long term. But yeah, they were serious. We'll say that they were serious relationships. So I guess when it's, you know, I think, and this person's also trying not to fall into love or fall into things too quickly. I just don't think that you can help that. Like, if you meet someone that you really like and you really gel with and you get on with, how do you stop yourself from doing that? You can't. And that's why, like, you can't run from it.
You just can't
I've
run
tried.
from it. Yeah. You have to, do you know what? I think that you have to appreciate the moments for what they are.
Yeah.
And the only way I could say is that even though you're having the feels, you need to manage your expectations. I think if you manage your expectations, then you won't be so disappointed when things go left.
But also, I feel like this person clearly knows what they want. They don't want anything serious.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're not managing this thing, like,
Girl, you manage.
Then I don't know what to tell you.
We can be a board of advisors.
Yeah.
Manage better.
Because with me, like, if I don't want anything serious, like, I can really manage that well. Like, I've learned how to manage that really, really well.
Yeah. But I do think that comes with age.
Yeah.
I think that comes with age and experience. She's still kind of in the beginning of experience. I don't think you're in the beginning of experiences, but it's not, you say you are in
the middle somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of your experiences. But you're going to have more of this, babe. 27, hun. 27 is not young, by the way, yeah. But I do think that when I think about when I was 27 till now,
it's a huge
it does feel like it is. I feel like I was a very different person.
It's a jump, baby.
Yeah.
It's a jump. So yeah, I think you should continue to date, but I do think that if you don't want to get into anything serious, I do think you need to be putting things into place so you don't. Like, there needs to be some sort of boundaries, because it seems like you're just like free flowing right now. And if you free fall, you're going free fall into some love. Like,
do you know what it is as well though? I don't think that lesbians always put up boundaries, because boundaries do make things a bit boring sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
But sometimes the boring is going to help you from getting hurt, you know?
Yeah.
Like 3 months of healing from a 3 weeks. But I get it though. I get it. Like, there's this girl that I dated, yeah. I want to say we dated for like 2 months or so. I'm not really sure how long we dated for, to be honest. And I think that got to show how much I was into it, because I can't tell you how long we dated for. But we stopped dating or whatever. And I found out later on she was in therapy.
Oh my God. Sorry, I don't want to invalidate anyone's feelings.
Yeah, she was in therapy because she was so like hurt by our situation. And I wish I could, well, not anymore, but at the time when I heard, I did wish I could reach out to her, but reaching out to her would have triggered her extremely. We did a project together, and she did want to be part of how great the project would have been because of how much she was hurt by me. And I didn't do anything to her.
You were just dating.
We just dated, innit? We just dated very, to me, it was quite, to me, it was casual. But she was in the beginning of her queer journey. I had been on my queer journey. To me, I understood that as much as this is intense, I also knew that it was also still casual, yeah. But I think that she combined the intensity with meaning it was also serious. Intensity doesn't mean that it's serious, you know. So I think that's where there was a bit of a clash.
This is why I
and
can't
now
do
she absolutely hates me. And it's crazy because I was living my best life, like, whoa, and then I heard that, whoa, she's in therapy because of you. And that is a sad thing to hear, but you have to put our boundaries on.
But this is also why I don't even be doing it.
Yeah.
Because
You don't know what the other person's thinking. Bro.
Exactly. You don't know how the other person's feeling. I don't want to now come and hear that I've triggered you so much and traumatized you that you're in therapy because I was just thinking this was casual and you was thinking we was going to run off into the sunset together.
Yeah.
Do you know
And sometimes you need to strip back here and really deep what the relationship is. But also, me and that person it didn't have anything in common. We didn't even talk
I
about.
guess it's because you're spending time together.
Yeah, it was a time.
But this is the thing, then. That's why I said like, when it comes to like the boundaries and stuff, because like, you know, quality time is a love language.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
if you're, and that's why I don't. That's not one of my love languages anymore because it comes with everything else. But like, if you're spending all this time with somebody, feelings are going to develop. So I think we need to like be smarter about how much of ourselves we're putting into things because you can say that, oh, I want something casual, but when you're doing X, Y, and Z, what's going to happen? There are consequences for doing X, Y, and Z.
When you're sending each other flowers, but you're saying, oh no, this is casual.
Remember when I took someone out for their birthday, got them a cake and everything? He's like, no, why did you do this? Because you know, it's casual. Yeah. And I said, oh, I was just trying to be nice.
That's the thing with it's because we're like a lot of us are lover girls. Unfortunately, a lot of girls are lover girls, and we carry the lover girlness in these casual situations.
Yeah.
And it means that we end up getting hurt at the end of it, or people's expectations shift and things like that. But
yeah,
I would say communication is also key. Always let people know where you stand, and also make sure your actions follow suit.
Because when I was doing my casualness last year, I was definitely being very vocal about like where I was and what I wanted. I was just like, yeah, this is just casual. We're just here to have a good time, sex. And that definitely worked out. So communication is really, really important.
Yeah.
Just let people know where you're at, what you want. And hopefully they can manage their expectations as well because they've got all the information. You know?
I feel like people said Nana's strict all the time, but there's less collateral damage at the end of her situation. There's this less damage. There's less carnage.
Yeah.
And then sometimes some people might be disappointed or whatever, but you guys can still maintain to be in the same space. You can maintain like some sort of relationship with them. You can still maintain like just being normal with them because it's not a car crash at the end of it. Because Nana's strictness does actually work. It does work. People don't get carried away. Nana doesn't do things that like, she doesn't let people stay after they've had sex. Like, go home. You know, we're not cuddling.
Do you know what? I'm really conflicted with that because people always say, oh, like, just because you're casual don't mean you need to be mean or you need to like be kicking people out of your house and stuff. But if you're spending time, if you're here in my house till 6 p.m. the next day, that's physical. That's quality time. That's quality time,
then you have to get them
guys.
food. You have to feed them.
We're having conversations. You know,
they're watching TV.
Oh. You know, it's that's not casual, darling. It's not casual.
It's not casual. So you have. Yeah, I think if you're going to be casual things, you have to be casual.
Yeah, but I think it's just having conversations and saying, okay, this is where we at. Like, you know, cross your T's and dot your I's. Like, everybody knows where they stand, and I think you will be fine. Yeah. But you have to pick one. You're either free falling or you're having boundaries and you're being strict. Pick one.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, just pick one.
You can't say
it's always going to be intense with women.
It's always going to be intense, especially when you like have sex, man. The sex be intense.
When I've dated women who don't usually date women, they always ask me, "Do you just do this all the time?" And I never really know how to answer that. What else can you do? I don't want to say yes to make them feel like this is empty.
Well, what do they mean when they say, "Do you just do this all the time?" It's like physically.
Yeah, like do their feels and.
Well, you don't necessarily feel the feels.
No,
but you can be doing the physical.
I feel the feels. But I do feel the feels. The people who I've had significant relationships with.
Yeah.
And
so to answer that question,
they have the ones I've had significant relationships. They like, do you just do this all the time?
No, you don't.
No. I think that it might look like I do all the time on the outside, but what my feelings are doing on the inside is completely
different. These Libras, child. Oh Lord, you be confused by a Libra boy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see why some people I've dated act weird because they probably feel like, did I even mean anything to you?
The thing about you and the problem with you is that you're gonna give people time.
I do give them.
You give people time. Ro will make someone feel special.
I feel like you can feel like you're the only one.
You are gonna feel like you're the only one that she is down for you. But you don't even be doing that
I
much.
don't do that much. I just listen to people when they're talking.
But no, but it's also that you hold space for people.
Yeah.
That's what Libras do. Libras are really good at holding space for people, and that makes people feel safe and like they're important.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to stop doing that though.
I think you need to have a balance.
I'm finding a balance because even in friendships, I do that as well. But even in friendships, I have to find a balance of it too, because when I'm laying up with my babes at 3 o'clock in the morning, you can't be calling me to vent.
Do you think
3 o'clock
somebody
in the
can call
morning.
my phone at 3 a.m.? One of my friends can call my phone at 3 a.m. They know better. You people,
Especially,
fucking know
unfortunately,
better.
especially if you're a femme, even though it doesn't make a difference,
Yeah.
I mean, to some extent, it's like,
That's what the people be questioning, boys.
Yeah, like but people be questioning, like, and that's why people always question whenever I have femme friends and I spend a lot of time with them, people always wonder if I'm dating them.
Yeah.
Like, I know all of you guys said it in podcast before. Yeah, I think me and Talia are a thing, and it's because we spend a lot of time together. We have spent a lot of time together this year as much as we did last year, but like people just be getting ideas.
Yeah.
And so I now have to put up I am going to be putting up boundaries because I just can't be available to everybody.
I'm unavailable.
Yeah, I'm unavailable.
No, I hear that. It's good to have in life, guys. It's good to have balance. It's hard sometimes, but it's good to have.
I like being there for my loved ones. I do, and I'm still going to be there for them. But there just needs to be balance. There needs to be time. Not even necessarily for my babes, but there needs to be time for myself as well.
Yeah, but
like sometimes I'm not in the mood,
and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's valid.
Like I've been avoiding one of my guy friends' phone calls for a while. I need to call him today.
You do.
I've been avoiding him since last year though.
It's a long time.
I'm sorry,
but I did say that Ro needs to be a little bit more like me, and I need to be a little bit more like her.
Yeah.
I think that we're kind of doing a good job.
Yeah.
I think that because Ro was like, you know, I'm insensitive. Well, she didn't say that, but she kind of said that. Yeah. And I said, I'm doing better. And she said, yeah, I am. So
yeah, Nana's do better.
Yeah.
You know, she is. So love that for us. Growth. We gave you guys a long episode this week.
They're going to be happy.
Yeah, because no one else in the studio after us. So, guys, I think we can end there. I hope that answers your dilemma. I hope we answered it.
I think so. I think so. I did. Yeah, we did.
I think we did it through
did.
like experiences and stuff like that. Yeah. Guys, well, you don't need spam tickets.
No, because this is out next week.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone who's been leaving comments on YouTube.
Yeah,
I've seen you guys saying, you know, we should do the brunch clink clink. I think we should do one in New York. Let us know if we should do a clink clink. Nana is tired.
I'm tired.
But when the sun is shining in September in New York, yeah, we're going to be in New York for 10 days in September.
We need to do something.
We're going to have a party. I feel like you guys...
You should come from other states.
Come from other states, you know. Come from Jersey. Come from...
What else is close?
DC. I think DC is quite close.
Okay,
yeah. Just come from wherever. Let's have the brunch.
The East Coast
from the East Coast.
Yeah.
Even if you want to come to the South Coast, like the West Coast. I don't know.
The West Coast is a bit far, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like LA.
Yeah.
Just a bit far. But
yeah.
Come through. You know, even if in Toronto, catch a flight.
Yeah, catch a flight.
Catch a flight. Even
to
in Jamaica, catch a flight. All of us, I think we should do Clink Clink. We're gonna have our live show as well. Fingers crossed, because we have not been answering some emails. So we need to answer the emails.
Please.
So fingers crossed. If you're a sponsor, you want to sponsor us, please do reach out. Like, Pride Month is coming out. We want to work with you guys. Tell all your workplaces that we're ready to do lunch and learns. We're ready to do panels.
Yeah.
We want 4 figures and above.
We want to do campaigns.
You want to do campaigns. If you guys all work somewhere, guys, please give us some money. Like, we want money. Exactly. We want to, you know, show out and show off. You know, shout out to ASOS who sent us some clothing, which we're gonna be posting later.
We will be posting.
We want clothes. If somebody from Gymshark, look, I'm wearing Gymshark.
We'll go to the gym.
We'll go to the gym right
we'll
now.
Do gym content if that's what you want.
Somebody from Nike, look, I'm wearing Nike. It's Converse, but Nike and Converse is the same company.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just. Oh, please.
Yeah.
Just give us. Please, guys, give us something. We need you.
And watch those ads.
Watch the ads. We need to
watch
add
the
more
ads.
in chat.
We
We
don't.
don't. Yeah.
Watch the ads, like, comment, all of that. Comments, okay?
Like, comment and subscribe. We appreciate everyone who shows us love. I know, like last week we spoke about we need our flowers and stuff like that, but don't ever think that we don't.
It's
see
not from
people
you
who do
guys.
give us love. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we appreciate you guys so much and your love and your support. Somebody DM'd me and was like, they can see that we don't necessarily get our flowers, but we have our own tribe, and sometimes that's all you need. And we agree with you. Like, we shout out to our tribe, everyone who fucks with the podcast, who shares the podcast, who sends us messages, tell us keep going. We see every single one,
all
and we
of you.
appreciate every single one of you.
But I just wanted to shout out this lovely girl on Twitter, Aniki's Finest. I was listening to Two Queens in a Pod, and they had Tutu's podcast as a special guest. At this point, I was questioning my sexuality but didn't really know. The episode changed my life. I changed my hinge to women, and she was my third swipe. We turn 4 next week. Shout out to you two.
So lovely.
Beautiful. That's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Shout out to you two. 4 years. Congratulations. Happy anniversary. We love that.
We love y'all.
That's a testimony, y'all.
Yeah. I hope we see you at the brunch is on Sunday, but it's gonna be past.
Yeah.
But I hope we connect with you guys soon in person. I actually tried to look for that episode, but Two Queens in the Pod, I don't think
it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore.
That's why I didn't remember, because I was like, we went on Two Queens in the Pod. I tried to look for it on Instagram.
It was Iman and Layla's podcast.
Yeah, you said, but I had
podcast.
no recollection of it.
Yeah,
But I remember it was on Zoom.
Yeah, we did it over Zoom. It was during the pandemic, I think.
And it was probably that damn platform that was using.
Yeah, it was using...
wasn't Anchor or something else?
Ask FM?
No.
Something FM. Something, whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, lockdown was ghetto when it came to recording
ghetto.
podcast. But we were on that shout out to Iman and Layla. I mean, they don't do the podcast anymore. It is what it is. Yeah. But they had something good going on, and if you want to look for the episode, I don't think it doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. But also other podcasts invite us on. Only if you are not problematic though. Like,
yeah, we're not trying to be on any.
We don't know any problematic podcasts and things like that. But yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you use the hashtag Tutu's podcast and conversation on Twitter. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Follow us on social media. Follow us on TikTok. Just engage with us, man. We just need your engagement. And until next week, peace.